Hi, Snail Movie here. Today I'll show you a collection of Series 911. The series tell the story of police officers, medical staff, and firefighters facing high pressure, terrifying, and shocking situations. Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. Man impaled to the ground, pierced by ice, frozen weight keeping him immobilized. Little did we know, this man defied death for the thrill. His friends live-streamed, chasing viral fame. Abruptly, a colossal truck's icy slab descends, its razor-sharp edge impaling the man's throat. As firefighters rush to the scene, the ice block clings mercilessly around his neck. With cautious precision, they chip away at the ice, then usher the man onto the ambulance. However, the ambulance turns into an inferno, the ice block melting steadily. Blood spurts forth, a crimson fountain, forcing the driver to halt in panic. Both individuals step out, seizing ice and snow,
Kathy, circling the drain!
Applying them to the man's gaping wounds. At last the man gasps back to life, rescued from the clutches of oblivion.
Hey, Brody. Welcome back.
The fire brigade performs CPR on the man with a click sound.
Medical's here.
The man's chest collapses inward. Turns out he's a cryotherapy enthusiast. Accidentally turned himself into an icicle. Just 2 days ago, he was about to change the tires of his car, but accidentally got his arm trapped under the brake rotor. They injected anesthesia into the man and then inserted an air cushion under the car chassis. As the air pump started working, the car slowly lifted up. But when he found out his arm was saved, instead of feeling relieved, the man worried about his upcoming golf match in a few days. Back at home, disregarding his wife's objections, the man decided to undergo cryotherapy to speed up his arm's recovery. As the temperature kept dropping, the man gradually lost consciousness. By the time the rescue team arrived, the man had been frozen for a full 45 minutes. The rescue team had to bring out a pry bar to pry open the sauna room door. After placing the man on the ground with combined effort, just realized the man had stopped breathing. A man desperately digs into his conjoined twin brother's throat, trying to clear the blocked airway filled with sticky peanut butter. However, the peanut butter is too sticky and difficult to remove. The emergency operator instructs the man to find a sturdy platform and perform abdominal thrusts. The man struggles to stand up and slowly moves towards a distant table. As he makes his way, his brother faints against the ticking clock. With only 3 precious minutes remaining, the operator's desperate idea takes shape. She instructs the man to retrieve the household vacuum cleaner. With trembling hands, he inserts the nozzle into his brother's mouth. With the suction power of the vacuum cleaner, is gruesomely expelled from the conjoined twins' gasping throat, granting a much-needed reprieve and a surge of relief. The chick squeezed the hell out of that massive lump on her face. The live chat with over 100 grand viewers went crazy, with a hint of wicked pleasure in her voice. Pale yellow bean juice squirted out. But hold up, the chick felt something moving inside. Taking a closer look, a chubby, white worm wriggling within. The chick's face turned pale, and in her total freak-out mode, she ended up face-planting like a total klutz. As the rescue team found the creature the chick described on the table, the adorable little thing wriggled its plump body. Immediately, the team inquired if the chick had recently visited South America, and she indeed had just returned from an outdoor live broadcast in that region. It turned out that this little creature was called a botfly larva, a unique species found exclusively in South America. They usually spread to humans through mosquito bites, forming nests as they develop. Hearing all this, the chick was straight up dumbfounded, crawling and scrambling. She jumped on the stretcher, but even as she left, she couldn't stop obsessing over her live stream room. A woman trapped in a car filled with scorpions. The scorpions seem to have made themselves at home. The operator instructs her to open the window, but the situation becomes dire as the lava approaches. The woman describes the scorpions to the operator. They are yellowish-brown with striped backs. Silence on the other end of the phone makes the woman realize the gravity of the situation. These scorpions are venomous. The operator asks if there is anything in the food cart that the scorpions dislike. The woman recalls that she has cilantro vinegar in her car, and the operator confirms that scorpions are afraid of vinegar. The woman quickly finds a spray bottle, pours the vinegar into it, and frantically sprays it at the scorpions on the floor. The scorpions immediately scatter, and the woman excitedly cheers. However, the molten lava is now dangerously close, and the temperature is rapidly rising. Just then, the police arrive and open the car door.
We should go. Oh, there's an officer here!
Now.
Woman stood on the freeway sign. In the next second, she declared she was finding a man named Norman. The firefighter was hurried to find Norman all over the world, but the man was buying a coffee and didn't realize what happened until...
Yeah, some lady up there thought social media wasn't like social enough. This Norman guy is screwed. See me, Norman! See me now!
Oh God.
Turns out, Norman is her husband. In the 30 years of marriage, the woman can't get 30 seconds of attention from him. She feels she is invisible, fearing that she might do something foolish. The firefighter quickly fetched a safety net, but the woman unexpectedly pulled out a weapon. The firefighter tried to persuade her, but she refused. Just in the nick of time, Norman arrived.
Lola, honey, it's me. I'm here. And I see you just like the sign says.
Liar! You look right through me. You don't even notice me. I'm just around to collect the mail.
Confusion written all over his face, as their relationship had always been peaceful and free of strife. And then, Norman pulled out his phone, hitting play on a song that filled the air.
He remembered. It was our first date.
I see you. Lola, I see you.
Maybe, "I see you" is the most touching words of love. Two little girls were attacked by a wild dog. They frantically sought refuge on the roof of a nearby car, desperately crying for help. Thankfully, firefighters swiftly arrived. One suggested to kill the dog directly, but the captain noticed something peculiar. The dog's fur wasn't bristling and ears drooped. It anxiously circled in place. The captain approached the dog with an outstretched hand and a friendly call. To surprised, the dog willingly trotted over. Meanwhile, the other firefighters swiftly rescued the two girls. Suddenly, the dog dashed off in a direction. The captain instinctively followed. To their amazement, the dog led them to a nearby field, where a man lay trapped beneath a harvesting machine, his legs mangled and his life hanging by a thread. The firefighter skillfully maneuvered the machine, lifting the gears and freeing the man from his perilous predicament. Throughout the rescue, the loyal dog never wavered in its gaze, intently watching over its owner's fate. As soon as the man was safely rescued, he called out its name. The dog rushed to his side, gently licking away the blood on his face. Overwhelmed by gratitude and emotion, the man couldn't help but burst into tears. Dog is humankind's most cherished and loyal friend. Man is proposing.
I love you to the moon and back. Will you marry me?
In the blink of an eye, he suddenly fell into the elevator and dragged inside by the moving machinery.
911, what's your emergency?
Soon after, the firefighters arrived immediately. They removed the obstructing debris and a firefighter jumped in. Bending down to listen, he detected a faint pulse. The poor man kept repeating his desire to see his girlfriend. The firefighter checked and found the transmission chain stuck on his femoral artery, possibly severing the main artery in his thigh. The bleeding is profuse and extremely dangerous. After the firefighter prepared a blood plasma solution, rescue efforts were swiftly carried out. The man was carefully placed onto a stretcher, but his first question was if his girlfriend accepted his proposal.
I think she said yes, buddy.
Upon hearing the response, the boyfriend smiled but then started convulsing and coughing up blood continuously.
He's gone.
If you wish to love someone, love them without hesitation, for nobody knows what tomorrow or unforeseen events may bring.